Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. And I want to look at 1 Samuel chapter 18 and Corinthians chapter 13:4. Saul heard the crowd singing on the way home from the valley. They credited David with tens of thousands and Saul with thousands. He did the math immediately. He calculated in his mind, what more can he get but the kingdom itself, meaning David? Notice what he did not say. He did not say, what a day for Israel. He did not say David is remarkable and amazing soldier. He took someone else's good news and turned it over, measured it against himself, and came out full of jealousy. See, from that moment, the rest of his life unravels. Every chapter more paranoid, every chapter less free. He spent his reign not building a kingdom, but trying to kill a teenager, a shepherd boy, because he could not stop comparing himself with David. Why him and not me? That is where it started. And somewhere in your life right now, there is a person whose good news doesn't sit well with you. You know the feeling. Someone gets the promotion you wanted. Someone announces their engagement. Someone's child gets into the school your child did not. And for just a brief moment, maybe longer than a moment, what comes up is not joy for them, is not celebration for them. Of course, you keep it to yourself, you smile, you say congratulations, but inside there is something else brewing. Why him and not me? Why her and not me? Why them and not us? See, that is envy. It's that part of us that remains inside of us that gives you a heartburn when someone else's name is celebrated. A small satisfaction quickly suppressed when things do not go well for someone you were comparing yourself against. The great revivalist Jonathan Edwards called it a cancer on the soul. Strong language, right? But watch what it did to Saul. Envy takes whatever is happening to other people and make it about you. Someone else's joy becomes your pain, your wound. Someone else's success becomes evidence of your deficiency. You stop being able to see other people's lives as their own stories. Every story becomes commentary on yours. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, love is patient, kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud. Paul is not just describing nice people here. He's describing what love is by nature. Love by nature, by its very structure, cannot envy. Love has stopped asking, what is it in for me? Edwards puts it plainly. Love rejoices with those who rejoice, weeps with those who weep. That's straight out of Romans. Envy does the opposite. It weeps when others rejoice and quietly rejoices when others weep. That is not a personality type. That is a soul turned so selfish you cannot see others without comparing. Saul is the picture of where that road leads. Not in boldness or confidence, but in a shrinking, paranoid, exhausting slavery to the score he kept in his own head. Why him and not me? Shaped his entire inner world. It consumed him. Some of you are comparing right now about someone specific. You know who it is. The name came to your mind as you heard me speak this morning. Their success sits in you like a splinter. You have prayed about it. You have told yourself to stop. And the thought keeps coming back because the math keeps running. Comparing keeps going on. And some of you have the more sophisticated version of this. You do not feel envy exactly. You feel something you call concern or discernment or an honest assessment. You can find reasons why the person's success is not as real as it looks, or not as deserved, or not what it seems. See, that's envy just masquerading or dressed up as something else. It's still comparing right below it. Neither of those is freedom, my friends. Both of them put other people's stories at the center of yours. And both of them keep you from life that is actually yours to live. Here is the one person in history who had an actual claim to more. Jesus created the universe. He is the one to whom every crown and honor and throne actually belong. If anyone had grounds to run the why me math, to make a reasonable complaint that others were getting what was rightly his, it was Jesus. He came to his own creation and his own people did not receive him. He was mocked, stripped, and killed while others went free. And in John 17, the night before the cross, he prays for the people who failed him and would deny him and run from him. Father, he says, I want them to have everything I have. Give them the glory you gave me. See, that is the most anti-envy sentence in history. I deserve this, but I want them to have it. And guess what? Jesus meant it. And Jesus meant you. That prayer was for you. The glory he earned, he handed over. The righteousness he lived, he credited to your account. That's opposite of Saul. So that you could stand before God with something you did not earn and did not deserve. You did not deserve the grace you received. The person next to you did not either. And that is the whole point. Their good news is not a comment on your story. It is just their story. And you are free to be glad and rejoice. Saul ran the math his whole life and it ate him up alive. He ended smaller, more afraid, more alone than when he started. Jesus ran the opposite math and it cost him everything. And then it set everyone free to receive what he gave. There's no need to compare in Christ. May you find him to be most satisfying, that you no longer need to compare, but live the life that Christ has given you with him at the center. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.